This is a pretty controversial topic. I would say to a lot of people, the thought of free-to-play games, pay-to-win concepts, and all these mechanisms in these kind of games, it's a very controversial topic. A big part of this is to simulate this kind of discussion, but if anything, I'm very curious what all of you are thinking. This is something that is very, very interesting, and hopefully we can dive deeper than just saying if Arknights is just free to play or if Arknights is a pay to win game. What do y'all think from the get-go? I'd like to see in chat. Is Arknights pay to win? I think it's actually a lot more pay to win than you think. Okay. And before you start shitting on me, I think that there's a big discussion to be had. And it requires a lot more than just, is it pay to win, right? Is it pay to win, yes or no? First, let's define what does pay to win even mean. I think the most raw definition when it comes to any context, when someone mentions the phrase pay to win, it means, is there a direct correlation? The more money you spend, the stronger or faster you get to your goal. I want to step back and address why I think this is an important topic for any game, okay? And I think it's important because when a layman, when someone random on the street hears about a game and instantly hears that it's a pay-to-win game, that's a hugely negative connotation. I think it's important to have a clear mind as to what it means to be pay to win and where this entire cultural perspective is coming from. The concept of pay to win can be applied to literally many, many games, and a lot of people are so quick to say that games are pay to win or not pay to win, and I feel like to the common people, they often get misguided by that. Let's talk about the pay portion to the pay to win definition. What in Arknights costs money? As we see here, we have OP. Okay, you can use real money to buy Arknight Prime, and Arknight Prime can be used on rolling, summoning operators, obviously, in Headhunt, and refreshing sanity. Okay. Then we can buy packs, skins, and we have a rename card. All right. Who the fuck gives a shit about the rename cards? Okay, so this shit does not matter, okay? Skins. All right, skins. I think for a lot of people, skins are amazing. Skins are what people spend their OP on, because OP is very precious, guys. If you don't spend any money on this game, you only have so much you can spend. In the context of pay to win, skins don't fucking matter, because they don't do any performance, guys. Do y'all get buffed when you use skins? I don't think so. So this does not matter either, okay? So essentially, we're really focusing on these two payment opportunities. We have Arknight Prime and we have packs. In Arknights, there's no PvP, okay? There's none of that, right? And I think the common person will probably say, all right, well, then it's not pay to win, right? Because it's not PvP, it's not pay to win. There's no pay to win. And I think that we have to kind of stop there, because PvP doesn't mean that there needs to be a system in the game where players can use their units against other people's units and fight. Okay, that's not necessarily PvP. I also consider just comparing your units and showing them off to other people, basically kind of like you know how like speed running is like PvP? It's like you're not really playing the game against someone, but rather you're kind of racing to do something, right? Of course, in this objective, it's not about racing to complete your stages faster. Maybe that can be a perspective, but there is a different way to look at PvP. Yes, again, there's no PvP in Arknights, but I think there is still a PvP element in the Arknights community. You know, why do you think that there's this culture of CN people being super fucking five-head, right? It's because people are very competitive. They want to show off their abilities, to show off very cool clears, very high-risk clears, very fast clears, very efficient clears, right? And that's what makes the game competitive. So the reason why I think that Arknights is pay to win on that basis alone, you can basically spend OP, get very, very high level units, and that would enable this a lot quicker. I think that if you do not spend money in Arknights, yes, eventually you will get all the units you want. You will be able to clear every single map that you want. But if you do want to do it on the first day, if you want to be the fastest to clear it, if you want to be able to like do these crazy clears, I think some of these actually require potentials. That does not take like weeks for free to play. Sometimes to have an entire squad, and even more than that, for a lot of this kind of content requires like maybe a year of playing if you're not spending anything on refreshes, if you're not, for example, actively buying out your shops, if you're not rolling on different operators and getting like pot 6s, sometimes the content is kind of barred. This may not apply to a lot of people that don't really care about the competitive aspect of the game. But I think nonetheless, when you're trying to define what pay to win means on the basis of someone being able to spend more money than someone else and achieving something that, and basically having an advantage over the game when it comes to creating content or showing off content to other people, yes, 1,000,000%. If you spend money, if you fucking roll on every single banner, as well as, of course, playing the game, and you refresh every single hour and try to push for resources and E2, M3 all of your units, no matter what you're doing, you're having an advantage over someone. And I think that's the very unfortunate definition of pay to win. But there's another side of the picture we need to address. All right, so next. Arknights is a free-to-play game. Now, what is a free-to-play game? A free-to-play game is where the developer makes all content available to anyone that owns the device that is able to run that game. So whether you have a phone, whether you have an emulator, you can play that game for free. All you have to do is register for an account. You do not have to pay money. The opposite of free-to-play game right now is called a premium game, guys. A premium game means that you pay X amount of dollars upfront, whether that's $20 for a game, $10 for a game, the $60 price on most of like the Nintendo Switch games. Now, how do free-to-play developers make money? They fucking sell bullshit to you in the game shop. They have to make money some way. Do you know why developers maybe in the 2000s, why a majority of titles were premium? Because it's that simple. It's like any transaction. You get an experience and you make some money, right? You pay X dollars for your food and you fucking eat the food. And then suddenly, what came? Microtransactions. The era of microtransactions took over. You make money off the whales and it funds all the free-to-plays. It increases the traffic in your game. You have more people playing your game as a whole. You attract more whales and whales make you more money. Like, guys, that's why it's very, very attractive. So I think it's very, very difficult to even talk about this point in a very objective manner, right? Because I don't think it's possible for Hypergriff not to be pay to win, in that obviously you have people refreshing all the time. It's in the store for a reason, guys. It's in the store for people to make money. But what I can say, though, is two things. I first want to talk about the casual audience, okay? And then I want to talk about free-to-play friendly. This term, free-to-play friendly. We'll first talk about the casual audience. So, here's my argument here, all right? Arknights is pay to win. But I think Arknights is not pay to win. It all depends on what kind of player you are. And let me explain why. This box is Arknights. All right, this box is people that actually care about the gameplay. I don't know if this box is the correct size, but I would say, some players out there only give a shit about the artwork. They only care about the skins. Honestly, some of those people don't even care about playing tower defense, okay? And that's the red, all right? That's everyone in the red. Everyone in the green are people that actually appreciate tower defense, okay? I would say that these people, they just want to play the game, they have fun with tower defense, and they like this as well as the skins, the UI, and everything, okay? Look at that, look at this, look at this! Look at that! Okay? Do y'all know what this is? This is the hardcore players. This is the game of Arknights, all in red. Within that game of Arknights, there's people that actually care about the gameplay. And then within this square, we have this tiny blue-ass square, and these people are hardcore players. These people are the players that very much compare themselves to other players, whether that's content creators or other people that just are in the Discord. These are the people that actually think about the game on a very analytical manner. They do a deep dive on almost every fucking operator they want to invest in and make sure that their gameplay is highly precise, and they very, very much care. All I'm trying to show right here is that out of the entire population of people that play Arknights, only a small smidge are what I just addressed under pay to win. So what does that mean? All I'm saying is that I think, to an extent, I'm fucking wrong, and that I think that the framework of pay to win fucking sucks dick. Non-hardcore players make up a vast majority of the player base. I think that's without a doubt. And I think for those people, Arknights is 1,000,000% free to play. And you know what? I think it is even better. The last thing I want to address is free to play friendly. What does that mean? And I think this is why Arknights is especially unique in the context of this entire argument. I think Arknights is incredibly free to play friendly. Easy gacha rules, right? We have a pity system, right? We have a lot of free to play friendly mechanics in this game. And that's why I think a lot of the time everyone says Arknights is a very generous game, and I still stand by that. You know, I started this conversation thinking that I can be as objective as possible, but I think that's impossible. I think on the matter of pay to win, it's always going to be subjective. But ultimately, I think to the very hardcore players, spending money in Arknights will put you ahead. Hence, it is pay to win. But the framework is incredibly faulty. I think that for a vast majority of players, if you look beyond that PvP element, it is free to play friendly. It has a lot of mechanics that caters to the common player. We're talking about just clearing the stages, right? Getting risk 18 on CC. Collecting event maps, collecting operators, saving up. The community already knows it. I don't think I have to say it. But I think overall, Arknights is whatever you think it's going to be. I think if anything, I would just like to conclude that it is a very free-to-play friendly game. That's probably my way of putting it. That's my opinion.